Hey everybody, it is Wednesday. I almost said March. April 12th, 2017. And I wasn't going to do a video today. I actually wasn't going to do one at all this week because every time I've had the opportunity to do one, I actually just wanted to sit down and stitch or read. And in light of the recent drama surrounding Flosstubers, that's left sort of a bad taste in my mouth. I know you probably all know what I'm talking about. You know, I was going to come on here and do some big diatribe about the post and read my favorite comment on it, which was Tracy P's. And then I sat down that night because Tracy and I talked a lot about it on Sunday when it happened. And I mean, we talked a long time. I would say an hour or more. And when I sat down that night to stitch, I was tired. I realized that all of the drama lately surrounding people who do videos and really criticism, I guess. You know, don't say this, don't do that, don't crinkle, don't say don't, just a whole list of don'ts. It's really disheartening. I remember back in July 17th is my Flosstube anniversary. It was the first day I did a video. And I remember being really excited to do it. And now, I have to say that's waned a bit. The only two things I can say about it are three. One, it's really easy to solve any problem you have with a Flosstube video. You don't watch it. You don't have to watch. Or subscribe. And to tell someone why you're unsubscribing is actually really hurtful in my opinion. And unnecessary. Two, what I have noticed, and I may be wrong on this, but what I've noticed is that a lot of the people that are putting forth these things don't even make videos themselves. So, yeah. Okay, my third thing is I'm not giving attention anymore to any of this kind of talk, unless it's directed directly at me. Because if you continue to give these posts and all of this attention, it just gives them power. So, let's get on to the good stuff, right? Stitching, all that good stuff. Okay. I only have one purchase that I made this week. Stitching wise, I'll talk about that in a minute because there's a whole thing, yeah. But I did make some personal purchases. I've needed a new purse for a while. I needed a purse just a little bit bigger than the one I had. And so I got this one from Vera Bradley. They were having a sale. So I'm going to say 20 or 25% off on their website. Oh my God, I love this purse. Isn't it beautiful? Look at the roses. Has a zipper pocket here, a pocket in the front here, which I put my cell phone in. It slips right in there. And then it has a bunch of pockets on the inside too. And I also got a matching wallet. So that's pretty cool. I was very happy about that purchase. And I've also needed a pair of sunglasses for like a year now. And wait till you see the ones I got. I was at Michael's the other day getting some Nymo thread. And I found these bad boys. And I got a sunglass case. Oh my God, I love these. Now, I couldn't try them on in the store because they had like a tag on them that you couldn't open the sunglasses. But I loved how they looked. And so when I got in the car, I tried them on and went, oh yes. Yeah. They're like, you know, obviously aviators, but purple, blue, green. Oh my God, I love these. Now, I look like a bee or a fly. in this camera. But when I have my wig on and you know, they look good. So they were like $7, I think, at Michael's. But yeah, I needed some Nymo thread because the project I'm working on includes beads. And so I didn't know if Michael's carried it, and I didn't feel like ordering it online or going to my LNS. And believe it or not, I had none of this stuff. I don't know how I didn't have Nymo thread or YLI thread or... And I wanted to use something clear and not DMC because I just wanted to be able to go and bead and just keep going. So Michael's actually had this. So, and it works really good because I've used it. So I got that. And when I was also there, I'll show you my whip because it kind of ties into what else I got there at Michael's. I have been working now. You know, my original plan was to start stitching the my brain, the Tulip House by Hands On Design. I did actually start stitching it. When I started stitching it, I just didn't like the fabric. I had the slate fabric that's called for by Hand Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie, and you know, I have a hard time seeing the holes on 32 count Joblin on some colors and then not on other colors. On that color I do. So I need to figure out a different color fabric. And I couldn't figure that out at that moment. So I decided to start Nora Corbett's Solo Trois Mermaid, or as Tracy likes to call her, Sally, aka Muskrat. She says they look like muskrats. So I started that last week using all of the DMC, the beads. There is no sparkle braid or anything in it, so it's just DMC and beads. And this is how far I've gotten. I think not bad for a week's progress, right? So, wow, as I got lipstick on my fabric. Are you kidding me right now? It's on the back, luckily. Jesus, I touched it to my lip gloss on. This is on Hand Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie, 16 count Ada in Iris. Really liking this fabric, people. The needle minder is from Delicious Threads. The colors are much more vibrant in real life. This is not showing them quite accurately. And I don't know if you can see, but I did the beading so far on the tail where I am. Now, the next part, I rolled this up so I not get lip gloss. Let me stand up. That'll be easier. So I'm going to be combing, the tail goes out and over here. Let me try to hold this up too. I'm going to be stitching, I'm going down and going to be stitching all of this. This is a giant tail. That's going to take me a while. That's a lot of pink, people. But yeah, I'm really loving this, and the fabric is gorgeous. And I really do find on 16 count Ada that my stitches are a lot more even because obviously Ada is stiffer than even weave. But yeah, really loving that. I haven't worked on a Nora Corbett or a Mirabilia in a really long time. It's been years. So that's why maybe I didn't have any of the beading stuff. But as far as beading, you guys know I have this. I have this magnet, the Bead Buddy by Elizabeth Turner. So that's sticky and it's a magnet, so I just have that right next to my project. But to hold the beads, I just had the packs out, right? I actually got this at Michael's. Excuse me. This was $2.49. I poured each bead in there, and then I peeled the sticker off the case and just stuck it on because it was still sticky. So, yeah, I think that's pretty cool. So I just pour a little bit of the beads in here when I want to bead. Done. Yeah, Michael's. In their beading section, obviously. Really enjoying that project. Now, the other purchase that I made that was stitching-wise, the only purchase I had made from this week. If you saw my post on Stitch Mania, you'll know that Letitia, the Crafty Curator, as a gift recently, she sent me 2 spools of the Sulky 12 weight thread in the blendables. And I was sitting there looking at them yesterday, and I'm like, you know what? Let me try it on a corner of the fabric. Oh my God. I'm like hooked now. Like, I want all of them. And I put a post on Stitch Mania, and it got a bunch of comments and stuff. And so they have 3 sets. 2 sets of solid colors, 1 set of blendables, which is variegated. And they're pretty reasonable given how much thread is on there and everything. But it's still obviously out of my price range to purchase right now when I'm not spending. All told, for all 3 cases, it's like $223 or something. So I have them on my wish list, and I will put a link to my wish list below. So if any of you want to buy them for yourself or just go look at them, Amazon has them, so you can go look at that. But I also got, just to try out the solid colors, I bought from Amazon a case of the 6. These are the most popular ones, I think. Yeah, includes 6 popular colors. And what I really wanted to look at, I wanted to look at what the solid colors look like. Like, this is black. Because what I'm thinking I want to do, and here's the little, this came in here. What's cool about this is that it shows you all their colors inside there. I really like that. These are all the variegated. And then this is all of these solid colors. And this is 1 strand. 1 strand, and it comes right off the spool as 1 strand. And 1 strand of this is equal to 2 strands of DMC. Tracy Horner, the designer of Ink Circles, actually did a blog post about it. And I'm going to link that blog post below because it is a really good review of this thread. But the reason why I wanted to look at the black, I think my next project is going to be the red and the black. You know, I have this. And originally I was going to stitch it on a hand-dyed fabrics by Stephanie and Jello shots using black DMC and this hot pink from Carrie's Creations. I want to use this thread. And what I was thinking, which would require me changing the fabric, is using this black and then using this bright yellow as the accent. I don't know though, because they have like some really bright pinks, but I really want to try it. But using the yellow would require me finding a different fabric. What I really want to do, and this may sound completely insane, but we know I'm crazy, right? Is getting the whole line of it, especially the solid colors, and using them in place of DMC on like a regular project that uses like a Nora Corbett, like this one that I have, another one of the mermaids. You know, it calls for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13 DMC. Now, we know that the DMC line is like 447 or something like that. There's only 120, I think, in the Sulky line. But what I'm thinking is you could probably get away with it. Meaning, if you pulled, now you know I have the whole line of DMC. I pull the DMC, see what the colors are, match it up to the Sulky, and I could probably get really, really close. I'm just really curious what an entire project looks like stitched in it. Like a Nora Corbett or a Mirabilia or something like that. But that's going to be a Christmas present, or my dad usually gives me birthday money. My birthday is next month in May. So maybe I'll buy a case with that. Because like I said, it's like $223 to get all the cases that I want. And that is so not happening right now. No. But yeah. So go check out the Sulky thread. I seem to have enabled some people, of course, to go buy it. But yeah. Okay. I did get some gifts in the mail this week. Just 2 and a thank you card. I had sent a rack to Rachel Danowitz, the hipster stitcher. And she sent me a thank you card. Donuts! And inside were these 2 things that she sent, which I love. Thank you so much, Rachel. Hope you enjoy the rack that I sent you. And then I'd also sent a rack to Crystal. What's the name of her damn channel? I like her channel. Darn it. I'm going to link up below. I forget the name of her channel. But she had also sent me a thank you card for the rack that I sent her. But she stitched me something. And when I opened this, I was in the kitchen with my husband and I like screamed out loud. I wish I would have opened this live on camera because you would have seen my true reaction. Where do you see this? I'm going to hang this up, obviously, but that's a fox. And it says, "Come at me, bro," after my other video that she saw. Don't you just love that? I screamed and then died laughing for like 5 minutes when I opened this. Oh my God. She stitched that, people. And then she, whoops, she covered the back of it and put her initials in the year. Love that. That is going right up here in my office. That little fox saying, "Come at me, bro." Thank you so much, Crystal. I love this. Love it. And the last little gift I received from Arlene, who sends me something every single week. Usually just a card, but sometimes she includes little gifts. She sent me a pack of Easter tissues, which are going right in my purse because I always seem to need a tissue when I'm out, and I never have one. But she also sent me this face mask, which I can't wait to try. Now that I've done my video, I can do it. Thank you so much, Arlene. And I'm dropping everything. And she sent me, this is my favorite card that she sent. It has a verse about God and everything. It's really a lovely, lovely card. Okay, I wanted to give one shout out. Mortuary Stitches. I've been giving shout outs on my channel in a while because everyone, in the beginning I did tons because I didn't know any of you. But she's a fairly new floss tuber and oh, I love her. She's so funny and I just love the way she talks. The terminology that she uses, the lingo and everything. Like she has a sweets jar. I'm going to start saying that. Instead of like a cookie jar, sweets. But the one video where, I think it was bonus content, where she was bobbinating and then her dog was in the camera and you saw the dog's butt, I was dying laughing. But yeah, I love her, so I will link her channel down below. Go check her out. She has a lot of good projects, and the room that she films in, just beautiful stuff on the walls. And her dogs are funny. And yeah, she's funny. Love her. Okay, one little tip that I wanted to give you guys who own a Lowry. I'm going to try to move the camera over to my Lowry really gently. Okay, here we go. Trying not to make anybody sick here. Okay. Lord, how am I going to do this? I'm trying to see what you're seeing, which is difficult. Okay. The clamp here. Now, I tend to leave this loose so I can flip it over very easily. Mine was squeaking. And squeaking like it was annoying me, right? Can you see that? What are you guys seeing? Oh, good God. Okay, there you go. My husband had the bright idea to, I'm going to pull this, to put Vaseline here. Just a thin coat, and then put this on where you want it. And when you flip it over, it does not squeak anymore. I don't know why I didn't think of that, but it worked like a charm. So just a tip for those who, if theirs squeaks like mine does. Oh, people wanted to know about my speaker hat that Letitia got me. This thing is like one of the most awesome presents I've ever received. I use this every night when I am stitching after my husband goes to bed. First of all, I don't have to worry about the volume of the videos on my iPad or a movie if I watch a movie disturbing his sleep. And I was concerned about that. The audio is right in your ears. Oh my God. And the hat is really warm. It's amazing. I love it. It's like one of the best things that I've received gift-wise. Love that. So thank you again, Letitia, for that. Okay. Oh, books. I don't have too much more to talk about. Books. I bought this book, the one that Tracy P, or Tracy, she featured in her video. This book is awesome, people. I really, really try to think about this every day when I get worked up about something. Basically, this book is like, you only have so many F's to give, right, in life. And one of the most, not poignant, but one of the things that I really took away from this, I mean, I'm halfway through it, is it says if everyone was extraordinary, no one would be. And that makes perfect sense. Think about that. If everybody was extraordinary or amazing or awesome, well, then nobody would be, because we would all be the same. Do you know what I mean? Like, that really made sense. But yeah, read that book. Love that. But I also got this book the other day. Believe it or not, I've never read this. Jessie Marie was talking about this author on her channel, and I was like, you know what? I have to go look for that book. So I can't wait to read this because I love Gothic mysteries. Yeah. How have I not read this? I don't know. So that's it for reading. TV shows. The finale of Big Little Lies was on last week. Awesome. Girls is getting ready to end. Only one more episode. Love that show. I'm so sad that that's ending. Bates Motel. Crazy Pants. I didn't watch the episode from Monday yet on that. That can't have too many more either, and that's ending this season. But that's it. I think. Yeah. Not much to tell or show. I'm going to continue to work on Solo Trois because you know me, I'm a one project at a time person. We know this. So hopefully I'll have a bunch more progress to show you next week. I don't know if I'll have that tail done by then, but as soon as I do this video, I'm going to go stitch because I had off work today. So I hope you all have a great week. Have a happy Easter, and I'll see you next time. Bye! Okay, I just realized I didn't do any of the OMG moments of the week that I had. I have two. One is from our own Tammy of Color Cascade Fabrics. She is stitching Alessandra Adelaide's corset all in beads. Holy crap, people, this thing is amazing. Take a look at this. Yeah! Black fabric, girlfriend. I'll give you credit for that. There's no way. That's awesome looking, though. I love that. And then the other one is Heaven and Earth Designs by someone named Anya. She stitched Daughter of the Deep by Josephine Wall on 18 count Aida, 2 threads over 2, and it's framed. Take a look at this. Oh my effing God. I looked at that and was like, oh. They make you want to do Heaven and Earth Designs, doesn't it? No, let's be honest, people. I'm never going to even stitch the one that I have. Lucky if I get what I get done. But those are awesome. Awesome. Okay, that really is it now. See y'all next week. Bye. Well, no, apparently that was not it. Because as soon as I hit stop record, I realized I forgot to show you my focus piece. Meaning a piece that I've finished and I talk about it and show you. And meanwhile, my husband plants his ass down in my chair in my office and proceeds to get on a phone call and talk really loud. And I said, you got to do that somewhere else. No. And he also sits down whenever he comes in to see me when he gets home from work. He will sit down in my stitching chair because that's the only chair in my office. And he plays with all the knobs on the Lowry. Flipping them, twisting them. I'm like, what are you doing? Stop. Anyway, this week I'm going to show you the Holly Pixie from Nora Corbett. Let me get back so you can see. I had it framed at my LNS, the stitching post. This is a suede burgundy mat. The fabric that I stitched her on is a 28 count crossed wing linen. It is called Old Rose, I think. It's actually not showing up. It's showing up a lot lighter than it really is. It's really like a darker pink. But I really enjoyed stitching this. Sparkle braid, beads. Yeah, really, really love this one. Yep, never entered this in a show. Took me a couple months to stitch. I hope you cannot hear my husband talking in the background. Jesus. He is so... Is your husband loud on the phone? He is so loud when he's on the phone. When he's downstairs talking, I can hear him all the way up in my office. What? But yeah. So, the Holly Pixie. Okay, that really is it this time. I'll see you guys next week. Bye!